Hey folks, it's Mark and Bob with Firearm Outdoors. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, if you're in the market for a new holster or a new custom Kydex sheath for your knife or machete, we've got a cool company we want to show you, so stick around. So what do we have here, Mark?
You know what? We have some custom holsters from the crew. They make not only your typical inside the waistband or outside the waistband hybrid kind of holsters with leather and Kydex and whatever you want. By the way, folks, all of our firearms have just been cleared and they're all safe. They make some very cool stuff. This is where the crew comes near and dear to my heart, Bob. I'm going to show you an example right here. This is my car, CW45, and here is a nice hybrid holster that they made that fits inside the waistband, and the angles were set particularly just for me where I like to carry it in the 6 o'clock position.
Right.
What do you have there?
Same thing. You know, I had them work on building something for my compact 1911. You know, went with a little bit more supple kind of leather for it, you know, and they did like this cool carbon fiber on it. Really love that. And, you know, and it's got really good retention. I really like how that fits on this. It's just a really nice hybrid holster. But this isn't where, you know, that I think that they really shine.
I'll show you where they shine. This right here is this particular oddball piece that they made is a fine example of custom. So I have a very unusual gun. You will not find this combination on any holster manufacturer's checklist.
No.
What I have here is a Ruger 2245 Light with a suppressor on it and an optic. This is my woods carry piece. This is what I carry when I'm hunting deer or big game. This is my auxiliary grouse getter when I don't want to mess up the hunt, but I still want to harvest some grouse for dinner that night at camp. So I carry this particular lightweight piece, and they were able to custom mold this, even with a cool Kydex cover that's got the Constitution on it. And it conforms perfectly to the trigger guard and my optic, and allows me to have the suppressor sticking out the bottom. It fits just right on my side, just like I want it. They did a great job with this.
Yeah, and you know, they do all sorts of cool nifty stuff like that. In fact, we have them working on a holster for our PAP M92 right now. And you know, you're not going to find that from any other company.
That's right. That's right. Here, I love this one. This was just a crappy little knife. I think this came from Harbor Freight. But as an example of their work, they made this holster that actually has FMO in the great font. I think they used those refrigerator letters that we all had as kids, but I got FMO on the side, and this attaches right to my Rokon on the side. It's kind of half machete, half saw,
half Rambo.
Exactly. I'm not going to cry if I lose it, but it's a great piece to carry, and they made a very, very cool sheath for it instead of the crappy pleather that it came with. In fact, this sheath is 15,000 times better than the piece of junk that I put in it.
Yeah, it's the same way, you know, with the one that I had them put together for the machete for my Rokon. And if I lose the machete, I'm not going to care because, again, Harbor Freight, $5. But, you know, this is the piece that is attached to my motorcycle. It's on there with zip ties. It's not going anywhere. If I lose this in the woods, I could care less.
The beauty of it is it has great retention and great protection, and you're not going to lose it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going anywhere.
Right.
And it's molded. Yep. It's molded. It's just not like a standard mold that's going to fit every machete. This one was made to fit this particular blade.
Yeah, they make great stuff, and they ask all the right questions so that you can get what you need. And they have the experience to ask those questions, saying, what exactly do you want?
Yeah, and it, you know, like just comes down to even like belt thickness. It's like, well, how thick is your belt? Well, I don't know. It's as thick as a belt is. Well,
Sure.
there's a whole bunch of options, lots of different carry belts. In fact, they make all different size clips that are going to work with your particular thickness of belt.
Exactly. So we have these big ones here that were made because I have a big double thickness, super tough belt that's really hard to find a holster that fits reliably. So these ones were made for that because it's deep and it's thick. Whereas if I had a smaller dress belt, this would be more concealable, and this is what you would want.
Right. And they also recently started getting into little mag holsters. And this is just an example of what you can get for that. And they use like a Cryptek pattern on that. So we've got some other Cryptek holsters and stuff, and that'll match.
And what's cool about that is it also has the adjustable retention, so that you can tune that to whether, like right now we just saw that it was a little bit tough for you to pull, but with your belt, that's what you want because you don't want to lose your magazine. But if you wanted it quicker, if you were doing competition or something, you could loosen that up and make it a lot easier to extract.
But yeah, we do a lot of motorcycle riding. I don't want to lose that magazine,
right? So
we've got that set extra tight on there.
No, and they're great guys, great product. You gotta like supporting the local little guys, and I wholeheartedly do because they do great work. So this is the Crew Custom Holsters. We're gonna have the link in the description box down below. Definitely check them out. If you've got an oddball setup, kind of like I have with this, where it's unique and you're having to improvise or use or modify or whatever, get a hold of the Crew and tell them what you got, and they can work out a really cool custom holster for you.
Lifetime guarantee. Anything goes wrong with that holster, they're going to be there to support, to help you to get that thing back up and running if something does go awry. But we've had these since last spring. We haven't had a single issue with any of the products that we currently have. So good quality craftsmanship, made in America by some swell American guys that support the Second Amendment.
That's right.
So those are the kind of people you need to be doing business with.
Yep. So check out the Crew. Tell them Fire Mountain sent you.
All right. And as always, stay safe, shoot straight, follow the 4 safety rules of gun safety. We'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks for watching.